Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world calls God. Yahweh Shai being the name of his beloved Son, who the world didn't really calls Jesus. It's the brother Yair Radah, the WFI Indiana kid. I'm coming to y'all with a quick code cut through the spirit. We're going to hop right into it. We're going to get a couple precepts. All right, just going into the hoping and the looking for, you understand, of the kingdom. Looking for the promises and the things that the Most High God has promised unto his people. You understand, and we got to use that as fuel and to help drive us in the last days as well. Nothing wrong with that. All right, so we're going to kick it off with the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 14. It says, "For here have we no continuing city," right? Because here we have nothing to look for here. All right, there's nothing here in Babylon. There's nothing over in Europe or wherever you may reside if you see in this video. There's no continuing city here. Guess what? That place over there, you understand? In Israel, guess what? That's gonna be You understand, that land defiled right now. That's why things have to take place and things have to happen to cleanse that land, man, before the Most High God places his people back over there. You understand? But for right now, hey, we don't have no continuing city right now, right? But it says, but we seek one to come. And that's what we doing, man. We seeking for one to come. And that one that's to come is the one that was promised to us from the foundations of the world, man. The one that was promised to us by the Most High God, that he gave to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You understand? That's what we looking forward to at the end of the day. We could care less about what this world and what this wherever you reside in it has to offer. You understand? Now, you use the word, but don't abuse it. You understand? You use the things that you have to do in order to take care of your family, etc., etc. But our resting place is not here. All right? We not putting all the chips in the middle of the table for this place here, man. For Babylon the Great. All right? Real quick. Let me get a precept real quick in Wisdom of Solomon. It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse... I'm going to start at verse 8. It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 8. It says, "What hath pride profited us? Or what good hath riches with our vauntingness, which our vaunting brought us?" It says, "All those things are passed away like a shadow and as a post that hasted by." You see that? So they said, what is any of these different things profited us? All right, and that's what you got to say to yourself now. Don't say that like these people that you read about in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, right, in verse 8 and 9. Don't say that when it's too late. That's not the thought process that you want to have in your mind when the Lord comes. And you're doing it because you're saying to yourself, dang, man, I done put all the chips in the center of the table. I done pushed everything and I done gave my all to it. No. That's not when you want to say it. You want to say that right now, man. You want to say that yesterday. You want to say that years ago. All right? And if you haven't thought that before, guess what? It's time today to think that now. What is these different things profited you? Nothing. And we're not talking about in terms of taking care of your family. So we're talking about trying to seek out those things that at the end of the day is hindering you spiritually more than it's helping you. All right? Your mind shouldn't be focused more on the things of the world and riches and gain and all this other different stuff more, you understand, than it is on the words of the Lord, how to better your spirit, how to be more inclined to the Most High God, how to continue to increase in the spirit and grow in the spirit, like you read and how Samuel grew in the spirit, how Yahushua grew in the spirit. All right, real quick, let me get that in 1 Samuel. All right, it's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2 and verse 26. And it says, "And the child Samuel grew on and was in favor both with the Lord and also with men." Those are traits that you want to have. You want to grow, and when you grow, guess what? You want to be in favor both with first and foremost, you want to be in favor with the Lord. All right. And as much as possible, you want to be in favor with man. All right, let me get this one to match it all up. All right. It's the book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 80. It says, and the child grew and waxed strong in spirit, and was in the deserts till the day of his showing unto Israel. It said, and the child grew and waxed strong in the spirit, man. That's how you want to be. You want to wax strong in the spirit, and you want to be in favor with the Most High God. All right. So in doing those different things, all right, in being inclined spiritually into the Most High God, and keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, putting away the things of the world, and not looking back into the things of the world, but being focused, you understand, on the things that are to come, which the Most High God promised unto his people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Israelites. All right, let's go back to that in the book of Hebrews. Read that, and then we're going to go to the book of 2 Peter. All right, so just reading that one more time. In Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 14, it says, for here we have no continuing city. There's nothing here in the so-called Babylon, so-called America, whatever the case you want to call it, the so-called US of A. There's nothing here for us. All right, our continuing city is not here. All right, it's literally, spiritually, or however you want to look at it. All right, we got to depart from this place spiritually first and foremost, and then when the Lord come back and send his angels to gather his elect, guess what? We're going to leave physically, Lord, with him. All right, it says, but we seek one to come. Let's go to the book of 2 Peter. It's the book of 2 Peter chapter Salakia. It's the book of 2 Peter chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at 11 and read down. All right, it's the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 11, and it reads, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. Right? What meaning what? The things that you see now, guess what? They all gonna go away. It's gonna pass away. It's gonna leave. It's gonna get destroyed. It's gonna get melted with fervent heat. It's gonna get overthrown. It's gonna be a thing of the past. It's gonna go up in ruins. Right? You're gonna have race wars going on. Right? You're gonna have a civil war going on. At the same time as race wars and civil wars are going on, guess what? You're gonna have World War III on the rise, man. World War III going on. All these different things going on. You think this place is gonna last 100 more years? You out your mind, man. And you gotta fine tune your mind. You gotta get your mind up to date. All right. All you gotta do is see the things that's going on and see these prophecies that's coming to pass. All right. But it says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be? So how should you be? Understanding that this place is going to leave, that this place is going to be destroyed. How should you carry yourself? How should you be? Right? It's going to tell you that. It says, ought ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness. So you should be dwelling with godliness. You should be having conversations of godliness. Your mind should be fixated on the Lord and meditating on the words of the Lord to the best of your ability as much as you can. Staying in the spirit as much as you can. Right? Feeding your spirit in righteousness. Right? Instead of feeding your flesh. All right? Like you read about in the book of Galatians chapter 6. All right? It says, looking for, verse 12, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So what manner of person ought ye to be, knowing that these are the things that's going to come to pass? Do you think about those different things? And not just do you think about them, but when you think about them, do you move accordingly? That's called what? That's called being prudent. Okay? That's called being prudent, caring for the future, caring for the repercussions of your actions, caring for things that will happen afterward. All right? Somebody that's imprudent, guess what? They don't care. They don't care what this action might lead to. So what they do, they impulsive, they move out of this, they move out of that, they move out of however they want to move because they're not thinking about the future. They're not thinking about the consequences. Unfortunately, when our brothers They may do things that'll cause them to get locked up. Something that happened in 30 seconds causes them to lose 5, 10, 15, 20 to 30 years of their life because they were imprudent about the situation. But instead they moved, they moved imprudent. They put forth imprudence. In like manner, when it comes to these laws, statutes, and commandments, keeping them to the best of your ability, understanding that this place is literally going to be destroyed. Understanding this place is going down in flames. Understanding that America is not going to always be on the top. But instead, right now, right before your eyes, is literally declining. Literally before your eyes. Knowing these different things, what manner of person ought you to be? What manner of person ought you to mold yourself after? Okay. Verse 13, it says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Guess what? We looking for that new heaven and that new earth. We looking for that continuing city. We looking for the things that was promised unto us. That's what we looking forward to. Okay. It says, verse 14, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent, that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. That's how you should want to be in the last days. That's what you should be working toward in the last days. To the best of your ability, being blameless and without spot. And being in favor with the Most High God and growing in the Spirit. All right. Knowing what's to come. All right. So Lord willing, this is just a quick video through the Spirit. Lord willing, brothers and sisters, edify. Lord willing, brothers and sisters, continue and to put forth prudence. Okay. Understanding what's to come. All right. And being doers of the word and not just hearers. All right. So Lord willing, brothers and sisters, edify. Kwam Yasha Allah Shalom.